So good day. Our video presentation will be all about our community action plan, which is guided by the barangay officials of South Sembo and which is based on the needs of the residents. So we are the group 1 and I am the leader, Tonggol Nicole Angie, with my members Alfaro Mikey, Bakay Ronzel, Baguio Aning Melody, De Los Reyes Maria Claudine, Hermana Mary Grace, Barinas Eileen Joyce, Renille Josephine. So before I continue, I would like to apologize for the background noises that you will be hearing all throughout this video presentation. So once again, we are the group 1. So our action plan was actually divided into 3 sections. Where did we get those sections? It was based on the dimensions of development that you can get in the community immersion that was discussed by our teacher. So we chose to focus on these 3 because it is what we need to focus on. It is what the barangay actually asked us, and we just agreed to it because we also think that it is essential for us to focus on this section. So first we have the health, then followed by the recreational activities, and lastly with the disaster management. Of course, with the health, we have different kind of activities, and the first 2 will be discussed by me, and the other activities will be discussed by my group mates. So based on the title Puksalamok, it talks about dengue. Why did we first focus on dengue? Because the secretary asked us that we must put focus on the dengue because it is rampant, and at the same time there is an outbreak that is ongoing. So Puksalamok is an activity for dissemination of flyers and mosquito repellent lotion with mosquito patches. So we actually have different kind of strategies that we actually implemented. I'll be using past tense because this activity was actually done last April 2023, which is Thursday. So our strategies, as I am the leader, I assigned my members with the following task. First is to conduct a thorough research of what must be done to prevent the outburst of dengue in the barangay. So this research was actually, we focuses on the facts because we do not want to implement or disseminate information that is actually not fact-checked. So we also ask for the latest number of dengue cases to be used as the reference. And we also designed flyers that will catch the interest of the residents because it is not just dissemination. At the same time, we are encouraging people to read on the flyers that we will be giving. At the same time, we are just not giving them without saying anything. As we give out those flyers, we intend to discuss deeply about what is written there. We focuses on the fact that while we disseminate, we also want to give knowledge to the residents. So the key players was of course the group leader and of course the members of the group, the barangay officials, and the household in Barangay South Sembo. So as I said, the time frame was April 20. The budget or resources needed was printed flyers, sachet of insect repellent lotions, and mosquito patches. The group decided to share insect repellent lotion and mosquito patches that will help the people to avoid the dengue. And our expected outcome was to raise awareness on dengue prevention and to lessen the number of dengue cases to the chosen barangay. And on my point of view, I think we achieved this because we actually raised awareness and the people actually are willing to listen with what we are going to impart to them. And that is a great impact on our end. So next, we have the mass alcohol activity. It is also to disseminate flyers about COVID-19 and the distribution of masks and sanitizers. So this activity, the COVID is still there. We chose to include COVID-19 because the barangay is still on the alert level 1 and we never know what will happen in the future. So we impart knowledge that wearing masks and constantly sanitizing with alcohol is still needed as we need to be safe with the virus. So our strategy was to partner with the barangay officials of South Sembo for us to coordinate that we will be giving flyers and protective equipments like face masks and hand sanitizers or alcohol with the residents. and they actually agreed to it, and they are much more happy that we are giving out masks and alcohol as well. Key players are still the same. The group leader assigned the members with the following: the graphic design, the distribution, the production, and the budget manager. So same with the time frame of the Puksalamok, it is on April 20. The budget or resources needed was flyers, masks, alcohol, and mini bags. So our expected outcome is to increase the awareness and remind the people that COVID virus is still there, and we must not be so sure and calm about it. And it is to improve health and safety of the community, which is we think that we achieve it too, because the people are happy, the people are still wearing their smiles with the mask on.
Good day everyone, I'm here to discuss to you the activity Stay Hydrated and Be Cool. This will help people to avoid getting heat stroke, especially in this kind of season. In order to achieve this activity, we will be doing a house-to-house to educate people about heat stroke and give them a knowledge on how and why they need to prevent heat stroke. This activity contains the action of giving, learning, and developing healthy lifestyle. In this activity, we will give people something they need to prevent getting heat stroke. First, an infographic flyers that contains the awareness on how to prevent heat stroke and a fan that will help them to stay cool. Also, in this activity, we encourage a large of people, girl, boy, child, a teenager, and an adult to participate and spread awareness about heat stroke. Heat stroke is very common nowadays because of the season. We promote this activity not just to give awareness but to save lives. In this activity, we can help the community to gain knowledge on how to prevent heat stroke.
So the next activity will be Isip Ayaman. So what is Isip Ayaman all about? Since our group also wants to focus on the mental stability of the citizens of Barangay South Sembo, we decided to conduct house-to-house talk with the citizens regarding mental health awareness. So hopefully we can also give them souvenirs besides giving them flyers. So what will be our group strategy? So first, of course, to research a factual information about mental health, because it's a very sensitive topic. We need to thoroughly research about it and gain information from reliable resources. So those information will be used for the flyers, and of course we are also the one who will design it and print it out so that we can give it to them. So after that, when we're already conducting the activity, we're going to interview some people and ask them about how they cope up with their problems or how they regulate with themselves. And then, of course, we will going to give them some takeaways and some also information that we gathered while researching the topic. Lastly, for the strategy, we're also going to document it, take pictures of them, and of course, ask permission if it is allowed for them to be seen on that picture or video. So next, who are the key players? Of course, we, the group members, the NSTP volunteers that we're going to interview, give them flyers and souvenirs. Next, hopefully at least 50 citizens of Barangay South Sembo. So next are the resources needed. So first, the flyers or the infographics, the souvenirs like stress balls, motivational cards, and hopefully also mini bags. Moving on, what are the expected outcomes from this activity? So the reason why we include this agenda, so that we can reach different people, such as the old, the youngs, or even the parents, to help them realize that their mental health is also important, like their physical health. It will also make them feel important, accepted, and also not be easily judged just because of their problem. And our group hope that this will be a way for them to have new beginnings for themselves.
Good morning, everyone. So I'll be discussing the action plan of our next community immersion in Barangay South Sembo. So this activity or program will be named Palamig sa Tag-Init. We all know being tricycle driver is a tough job, especially during summer. In spite of hot weather and extreme heat outside, they're still trying their best to work as much as possible to earn and provide something for their families. And to achieve this activity, our group strategies are First, we will ask permission and give prior notice to barangay officials that we are going to give our tricycle driver a free palamig or pineapple juice, and also to give 2 pieces of pandesal per tricycle driver. Second, we will be securing a spot near from tricycle station so that no need for them to leave where they are. Next, who will be the key players for these activities? This will lead by the members of group, followed by with the help of barangay officials, and lastly with the participation of our tricycle drivers. And this activity is scheduled on 5th of May 2023, and that's gonna be on Friday. In terms of budget and resources needed, we will buy a 1 pack of 500 grams of pineapple juice, 50 pieces of pandesal, and things needed such as straws, plastics, etc. And lastly, what will be the expected outcome for this community immersion? We expect that this activity will bring so much joy to the drivers. It is not that much, but the goal is to make them happy and also to start their day with smile on their face.
Hey everyone, I would like to share with you about our Batagisan activity that we conducted last Saturday, May 6, 2023 in Barangay South Sembo. Before inviting the children to participate, we made sure to ask permission from their parents. We prepared a set of snacks for the participants that included assorted breads and juices. After the games and activities, we also had a gift-giving portion where we gave mini notebooks and sand coloring to those who won. Despite the challenges brought by the pandemic, we were able to organize this successful activity and bring joy to the children in that community. Our aim was to provide them with a memorable experience where they could enjoy and have fun while following all the necessary safety protocols. Our Batagisan activity was truly a success as we saw the children's faces light up with joy during our games and activities. It is important for us to continue finding ways to bring positivity and happiness into the lives of others, especially during these challenging times.
On May 12, 2023, our group coordinated with the barangay officials about the group's plans clean and dry, and as the official, they have a segregation policy and help to post reminder. We name it Walis Walis para Lumis because it is an activity to help the street sweepers and promote that cleaning is not a task but a must, and it is expected to have much more cleaner with the residents' cooperation as well. And we become Group 1, CWATS 29 street sweepers of the barangay. And this is the materials that we use. First, broom. Second, dustpan. Third, trash bag. Fourth, printed copies of the poster. Maintaining a clean environment reduces pollution, preserves our biosphere, protects endangered species, and helps preserve tourist natural resources. And in society, the state of cleanliness represents the mindset of inhabitants.
Good day, everyone. Now I will discuss the part 2 of our Batagisan activity, a kiddie quiz along the street, which involves reaching out to children playing on the streets and inviting them to join the activity that we will prepare. To achieve this goal, we will be searching for children on the streets and engaging with them in a positive and friendly way. We will ask them simple questions, and if they get the correct answer, we will give them a prize. Our strategy for this activity is to provide healthy drinks and bread as the prize. We believe that this will encourage healthy habits and provide the children with nutritious snacks. The key player in this activity are the members of our group, working in coordination with the barangay officials. And we will be targeting 15 to 20 children in Barangay South Sampo, and we are excited to connect with these children and provide them with fun and enjoyment. This activity is scheduled on May 10, 2023, Tuesday, and we are looking forward to give the children a smile on their faces. But to make this activity a success, our group will need the following resources such as 2 packs of assorted breads, two boxes of juices, coloring books, and mini bags. We believe that these resources and the dedication of our team members, we can make the children happy even in a small way. Thank you.
The next activity was named PO Mission. PO Mission is feeding program for stray dogs and cats. Our group conducted an activity that was not only for people living in the community, but also for pets such as dogs and cats. The group strategies was we'll go around the community to find stray dogs and cats to feed them. Of course, the key players are our group or volunteers and dogs and cats. Our group has a small contribution to buy the things needed for the said activity. With a small amount of money, our group was able to buy enough materials or food to feed dogs and cats. We bought cat food, dog food, as well as cooked rice, squash, liver, carrots, and paper plate. This activity will be a way for the citizen to treat dogs and cats as a citizen too, even not constitutionally. Our group also thought of doing this kind of activity to make them feel better, as well as feeding of stray foods and cats also serve as provision of constant food source.
So for our last activity, we have keeping bear in mind. What does bear means? Bear means for be alert and ready for emergency at all times, wherein if we keep bear in mind, we might be safe in this kind of disasters. So this activity is a house-to-house distribution of flyers and discussion of what the community resident must do about the different disasters and to give first aid kits. So the strategy that we will be doing is to assign each of our members to hang or give the flyers to those people who pass by, especially to young people, to raise awareness. And we are also planning to do a house-to-house that we are going to knock with houses and improve their knowledge about what they must do. So the flyers is actually designed by one of our members, and it includes important information regarding what you must do in times of disasters such as earthquakes, fires, and typhoons. So we also decided to give out first aid kits, which includes alcohol pads, band-aids, wipes, and woven needed if ever there is a disaster that occurs. And we also want to highlight that the disasters are inevitable, but we can actually be safe if we have knowledge with them. So the key players was our group, of course, the leader, the members, and of course the residents of Barangay South Sembo. So we will also include the informations regarding the evacuation plan and routes of where they can find it if ever some typhoons or anything that occurs. So the time frame is we actually plan to do it on May 25, 2023, and the resources that we will be needing was a printed flyers, first aid kit, and a mini bag to include those things. So we expect that they can apply it more to themselves, especially the primary goals of the first aid. They are known as the 3 Ps, wherein it follows to preserve life, prevent further injury, and promote recovery. So this activity was to lower the fatalities and personal injuries that they might encounter. So that concludes our community action plan that we actually designed with the idea and with the influence of the residents and the officials of South Sembo.